Mukhyamantri in Karnataka? That's the key question that's staring the top brass of the Congress party right now. There's hustle bustle, a lot of political grapevine. We continue to get you all the details on that big story, which is our focus right now. Now, the Congress party has won Karnataka with a huge margin, with a huge mandate. But who will be the chief minister? That headache continues for the grand old party. It's the popular Mr. Siddaramaiah versus the loyalist DK Shivakumar for the top job in Karnataka. The Congress top brass is in a huddle and is trying to placate both the leaders. Only one can be the chief minister. Mr. Kharge will be meeting former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who has reached Delhi, and DK Shivakumar is set to travel to Delhi very soon. So both of them will be here in the national capital. Both leaders are expected to meet the Congress president, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, and he himself hails from Karnataka, from Gulbarga, and is a Dalit leader who is respected across the party and across the party lines as well. And there are also observers who have submitted the report to the party high command. That report is going to be critical as well. Meanwhile, there was a full drama in Bengaluru where DKS and Siddaramaiah supporters staged protests demanding chief minister posts to their respective leaders. Yesterday, the observers had a meeting with all the MLAs and a one-line resolution was passed at the CLP meet that it's going to be Mr. Kharge's call, which will be the final call and will be accepted by everyone. And as I've been telling you about this infighting for the post of the chief minister, or a healthy competition, as the Congress party says it is, the chatter within the Congress party is that the top sources indicate that Mr. Siddaramaiah wants to be the person who has the first shot at the chair of the chief minister. Let's tell you about what is happening. As I said earlier, if there's a rotational formula which is considered, Mr. Siddaramaiah wants to be the first one. Sources further say that the power sharing proposal was floated, but Mr. Siddaramaiah has resisted it, keeping in mind that it hasn't yielded results in other states. He also asked the High Command to give first 2 years to him and then the later years to Mr. DK Shivakumar. Within the camp of Mr. DK Shivakumar, even the power sharing formula is something which is not acceptable. He has cited Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh cases as an example that, look, this formula does not work, and it has not worked for the Congress party. Both leaders have reached out to all the MLAs seeking the support. Big challenge for the High Command is how to decide and accommodate both the ambitions of both the leaders. Both have worked very hard in the state of Karnataka to cement this victory. It is the organization skills of Mr. DK Shivakumar versus Mr. Siddaramaiah's administrative skills and his vast base, the caste base and the caste equations that come right if he's chosen for the chair for the chief minister. I want to cut across to my colleague Harish, who's with us on the broadcast. Harish, what works in the favor of Mr. Siddaramaiah? I mean, most political pundits would place their bet on Mr. Siddaramaiah right now because he seems to be the contender, the front runner for the top job. Harish, can you hear me? Am I audible to you? All right, we'll just try and connect with Harish and get you more details on that important story. Let me check if Rohini or Pallavi is with us on the broadcast. I want to cut across to Pallavi Ghosh first, our senior editor. Pallavi, I'll take the same point with you. What works in the favor of Mr. Siddaramaiah?
Well, I mean, the seniority, the experience, and it's believed that the largest number of MLAs are with Siddaramaiah. So that is a factor which definitely goes in his favor. If we're going to talk about Rajasthan example, and I remember, despite the fact that Sachin Pilot was the PCC chief, he had spent 4.5 years in Jaipur traveling across the state. And much of the credit at that point of time for the Congress's win also went to him. It was Ashok Gehlot who was the chosen one simply because he had the seniority, the maximum number of MLAs, at least that the perception was. And that's the reason why he became a chief minister and not Sachin Pilot. Rest is history. We saw those pictures. We've been hearing him speak out. Now, the main concern with the Congress party is that in case you decide to go for Siddaramaiah, who belongs to a Kuruba caste, who is believed to also have a large number of MLAs with him, how do you then placate DK Shivakumar, and how do you guarantee that whatever you offer DK Shivakumar is not going to end up becoming a situation like it is in Rajasthan today? And the thing is that Lok Sabha elections are in April-May 2024. Should there be a kind of a disunity or there are loggerheads to each other, then the Congress party performs badly in one of the biggest states in Karnataka. I mean, Karnataka sends more than 15 MPs, and therefore it really matters for the Congress party. More than that, it will also be seen as a failed effort on the part of either the Bharat Jodo Yatra or Rahul Gandhi's efforts to ensure that both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar work together. It's also likely to open a Pandora's box where there would be similar situation in other Congress ruled states, particularly say Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, which is why amicable solution and choice of the CM becomes very critical for the Congress party.
Pallavi Ghosh getting us all the details. Well, we spoke for Mr. Siddaramaiah. What are the things that work in his favor? Like Pallavi just elaborated. But Mr. DK Shivakumar is not just anybody. He's a tall Vocaliga leader, somebody who's been the troubleshooter for the Congress party. His camp has also flexed the muscle. Vocaligas en masse have voted for the Congress party after 25 years. That's one of the primary reasons that in the old Mysuru region, the Congress party was able to expand. They claim that Vocaligas voted for the Congress as they wanted to see Mr. DK Shivakumar as the Chief Minister. The camp also says that Congress party has 29 newly elected Vocaliga MLAs, and if they want to make more of that consolidation, they need to give Mr. DK Shivakumar his due. Majority of the MLAs to push for Chief Minister post for Mr. DK Shivakumar, and he has funded several candidates this election season, helped counter BJP's might. He's one of the richest politicians in the country. So a lot of support across the caste equation also working in for Mr. DK Shivakumar. Well, not as much as Mr. Siddaramaiah. The MLAs are likely to empower the High Command. DK's camp claims that Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will recognize the loyalty and the sacrifice that he's made. And there are also hopes that there is no question of settling for a Deputy Chief Minister face. Listen in to what DK Shivakumar said earlier.
One thing I would like to tell, we have passed a single line resolution leaving to the High Command. We have, under my leadership, 135 MLAs, all of them with one voice have said that the matter will be left to the High Command. I don't have any single number. I don't have any personal number. Whatever my number is, the Congress number. I had assured Srimati Sonia Gandhi when she appointed me in the mid-time also. I assured Rahul Gandhi. I assured Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge ji that my aim is only to deliver Karnataka to the Congress party. So I am sure we will keep up our promise, lest the High Command will take its call.
Cutting across to my colleague Harish, Rohini, Anshul, Pallavi, they all continue to stay with us on the broadcast. Let me try and check if Harish is back with us on the show. Harish, what works for Mr. DK Shivakumar? What is it that he can pull out and tell the party High Command, look, I've done this for the party, you must consider me seriously?
Well, what he's done over the last decade or two. Remember, he's been their chief troubleshooter. He's been there for the party every time the party needed him. Not just with Karnataka Fest. It started with forming a government in Maharashtra, and those MLAs were brought to Karnataka. Later on, Ahmed Patel's election to the Rajya Sabha. Remember, even as he ensured those Congress MLAs were at the Eagleton Resort in Bengaluru, the union government ensured there was an IT raid on him. He went through that. He went to Tihar jail after that. Came back, became the KPCC president, and ensured some new ideas and new faces were brought into the organization. He really put some life into the organization of the Congress here at a time when they were at their lowest. Remember, they won just one parliamentary seat in 2019 Lok Sabha election, despite being in government along with the JDS in a coalition here in Karnataka. Apart from that, DK Shivakumar would now say that the community is backing him, and perhaps after a very long time, after probably 1999, this is the first time that the Vocaligas have en masse voted for the Congress party. And if the Congress party wants to ensure that's consolidated further and cultivated, it is DK Shivakumar who can do it, and he's an acceptable face for other communities as well. That's been the argument of DK Shivakumar. He's really banking on the support of Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi to ensure that he doesn't blink first, and he's the one who will get the first shot at the CM chair.
Who will blink first? Harish said it very rightly. That's going to decide a lot of things, and Mr. DK Shivakumar has openly staked a claim to be the Chief Minister. Mr. Randeep Surjewala, in an earlier reaction, actually accepted that, yes, there are two contenders. I want to cut across. Nikhil is also joining us live. I want to cut across first to Rohini, who is with us on the show. Rohini, the two leaders, tall in their own sphere, have done great things for the party. This is a work of decades that has come and borne the fruit, as Harish was also pointing out. Mr. Siddaramaiah has edge in experience and the caste equations that work in favor for him. But the troubleshooter in Mr. DK Shivakumar, that's something that the Congress party would require even at the national level, like they have required before.
Truly, because we have seen how DK Shivakumar had helped the Congress, be it when the Maharashtra Congress was in a dilemma, or for that matter, even Rajasthan much earlier. And we did know that how he had taken care of all the MLAs and safeguarded them from any poaching here back in Bangalore. As known as a troubleshooter, as a crisis manager of the Congress, not just for Karnataka but across the state. But at the same time, we have to look at two things when it comes to Karnataka politics. Number one, we have to look at caste equation, and number two, also administrative purposes. Let me quickly tell you the fact that Karnataka, along with the other states, will be heading to the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, and the Congress will have to deliver those promises they had made in their manifesto to showcase that they will deliver what they do, because the BJP had targeted the Congress saying that they did not deliver what they promised, be it in Himachal or in other places as well.
Right.
So clearly here, the Congress would want to use this report card to go to people, and when they go to Lok Sabha elections, who better can do that, especially hit the ground running. That is where Siddaramaiah, the administrator, has an edge. But DK Shivakumar, the organizer, DK Shivakumar, the man who has put his entire weight behind this entire election. Let me tell you, when I asked him the question, because he's known as the Tiger of Satanur, and when I asked him this question as to will the Tiger of Satanur become the Chief Minister, you actually quoted Mahatma Gandhi and said that when you're down, you should be strong enough and fight it out. Well, he said one man, when he is absolutely strong, who's courageous, can be courageous, can bring power to himself. So very clearly, he's calling himself a man of courage, a man who can fight all odds. And he thinks that even at this time, when they're at crossroads as to who will be the Chief Minister, he's the man who can make all the difference.
He is the man who can make all the difference. That's the case Mr. DK Shivakumar is making. I want to mention a couple of more points and then cut across to my colleagues Anshul and Nikhil, who are with us on the broadcast. There are a lot of rumblings within the various camps, the two camps primarily that we're talking about. Now, Mr. Siddaramaiah camp has claimed the support of the Lingayats. That's one majority, that's one community which in majority has voted for the Congress party. Now, the camp says that the Lingayats have won about 34 seats for the Congress party, a record in 34 years, and just about 25% of Vokaliga vote have come to the Congress party across the state. But even that's a number up for the Grand Old Party. The Congress party swept the Lingayat districts one by one, and Lingayats want to stay away from both DKS and Shivakumar in the power struggle. They want their due to be given in the cabinet. Lingayats want that at least a deputy chief minister post for the top leader. MB Patil, 7-8 other important cabinet berths should be given to this community. They form 16% of the population, control 25% of votes in Karnataka, and the fact that they vote en masse on a consolidated level, that vote bank becomes all the more important. Let's cut across to some breaking news coming in. This is about a meeting which is happening in Congress right now. This is a meeting at Mr. Kharge's residence, the Congress party. Karnataka observers, you'd remember the observers had gone to Karnataka. They had spoken to different MLAs, and there's a report that they ought to submit. The observers, Sushil Kumar Shinde, have arrived at Kharge's house. They will go there. They'll submit this report to Mr. Kharge. And this report is going to be very critical in deciding which way Mr. Kharge thinks this should really go. Whether it's DK Shivakumar or it is Mr. Siddaramaiah. Anshul and Nikhil both are with us on the broadcast. Nikhil, first to you. So this report of the observers, I remember you just spoke to the media in charge some time ago, and he was also explaining how this report is supposed to come before Mr. Kharge, and then he's going to take a call. Both the leaders are likely to meet Mr. Kharge. Any indications on the time so far, Nikhil?
As far as the timings are concerned, we were last informed that at about 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. we are expecting that the observers would be arriving at this particular place. This is the official residence of the Congress party president, Mallikarjun Kharge, 10 Rajaji Marg in the national capital Delhi. So we will get to see after half an hour or so the arrival of all three observers who are senior Congress party leaders as well, including that of Sushil Kumar Shinde, Jiten Singh and Deepak Babaria as well. They have prepared this detailed report as to what is the by and large opinion of the MLAs of the Congress party who have recently won in the election, and whom do they want to see as the chief minister for the state of Karnataka. So this is the detailed report which we are talking about, is one such crucial detailed report which will be handed over to Congress party president, and after that the mulling will start as to who is the major candidate who is going to enjoy the majority of the support as far as the MLAs are concerned. But this is just one part of the process. The High Command will also be, taken into the loop as to what their opinion is all about. As far as two of the names are concerned, we already know that Siddaramaiah is already in the national capital Delhi. He has landed with some of his supporters who are MLAs as well, and DK Shivakumar as well. He is also expected to land in the national capital post 6:30 p.m. That means in a short while from now, he will also be landed here in this particular city. So the action will be unfolded at this residence only. This is the place which we are talking about, Anisha, since this particular morning, that the vehicle is going to arrive of that of those observers. After that, the meeting will start, and then the official decision will be starting as to who is going to become the next chief minister.
So Nikhil,
for the state of
at this
Karnataka.
point, do we know?
To wait for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you rightly say we'd have to wait for a while, but right now we don't have a time window or any kind of indications that have been given. The time frame in which this decision will be taken, any of that time frame, has that been discussed? Did you hear something of that sort, Nikhil?
Well, the timings for the same, the timeline of the same cannot be decided as yet, because as mentioned earlier as well, Anusha, we need to understand that this is just part one of the process. The process is the observers would be arriving here, the observers would be handing over the official report to Mallikarjun Kharge, and after that there are other stakeholders as well. The meeting will start between the CM contenders as well. This is the reason why they have been called in, especially by the party high command in the national capital Delhi, to become a part of the process. So Randeep Singh Surjewala, who is in charge of the Congress party for the state of Karnataka, he will also have his say. Mallikarjun Kharge, who comes from the state of Karnataka and the Congress party president, he will also have a majority of the say. The observers opinion will also be taken, and also they will see as to what the weightage is all about. Then the final call will be taken by the Gandhi family, which as per the Congress party is the high command. So there is a series of process which needs to be followed. There are very slim chances that the name for the chief minister for the state of Karnataka will be decided by late tonight. We are expecting it either by late tonight or tomorrow. Is somewhat we can say that by tomorrow the name should be finalized. If everything comes okay, if the person who has not been chosen as the chief minister, if he comes out okay, then we will see that by tomorrow we will
Nikhil,
get
the last point that you mentioned, that the person who has not been chosen as the chief minister should be okay with that decision and should be accommodative of the decision. Anshul is also with us on the broadcast. Rohini and Harish continue to stay with us. Lots more aspect to talk about. But Anshul, what's the chatter that you're picking up here in Delhi?
So yes, in the national capital, Siddaramaiah has already arrived, and in fact, along with 3 to 4 MLAs, he has gone to the Karnataka Bhavan, where he is lodging at this point in time. What we are being told that in the next few hours, DK Shivakumar will also land in the national capital. Now, why DK Shivakumar has been called over here? The reason that we are being told, what sources in the Congress party is saying that both these leaders and both these factions are not ready to back down on their demands. On one hand, there were, as Harish broke this story just a few hours ago, that the Siddaramaiah faction actually wants to go ahead and look at a 2.5 years as the chief minister candidate, whereas whereas DK Shivakumar wants a full entire 5-year term. So both these sides are not ready to back down from their demands, and hence there are hectic parleys that will continue in the national capital till late tonight, is what we are being told. In fact, the observers would be meeting with Mallikarjun Kharge. They will be submitting their reports to Mallikarjun Kharge, post which a discussion could take place between Mallikarjun Kharge and the top brass of the Congress party, that is the Gandhi family. At this point in time, what we are being told is that Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are not in the national capital at this point in time. They are in their Shimla residence, whereas Rahul Gandhi is very much in the national capital itself. So yes, even if some sort of decision is taken, the other side would need to be pacified, and that is something that is going to be a very, very Herculean task for the Congress party.
I'm going to take that point to both Harish and Rohini. Yeah, you're right, Anshul. They don't want a situation like Rajasthan. We know what's happening in that state, which is to see elections in just few months from now. Rohini, coming to you, and it's going to boil down to this. One will be chosen as the chief minister. All indications are, the strong possibility is it could be Mr. Siddaramaiah, keeping the caste equations into mind, and the other one needs to be placated. Simply asking you, and that's the question in the mind of the viewers as well, suppose in a scenario where Mr. Siddaramaiah is chosen and Mr. DK Shivakumar is not chosen as the chief minister, how is it that the Congress party can placate him? He is a politician who must have perhaps, guessed that the situation is going to arrive, and he must have his case ready as well.
Well, see, we'll have to look at this way very clearly. if things are in terms of caste equation, like you say, Siddaramaiah is even given the offer of being a full-term chief minister, well, things will pan out in the same. They will have to ensure that DK Shivakumar also is given his due. In this press conference, which was just held, and today is his birthday as well, he was hoping for a bonanza or a birthday gift as such. But in this press conference, the kind of body language he had is very strong. He says that I, as a man, will stand, I have fought alone and I stand strong. So it's clearly that he's not going to let go without something in his hand, because he's an organization man. He's a true congressman. If you remember, in one of our town halls, he had said that I was approached by the BJP. It was a choice between the deputy chief minister and jail. I chose jail because he wanted to show what not only is he a person who is a congressman, a true congressman who follows everything that the Gandhi family says, very close to them as well, but he also delivered this to Sonia Gandhi. He delivered Karnataka to Sonia Gandhi. Let me quickly bring in the Congress spokesperson.
I want to ask this well,
because I need to put the ball in his court, Anusha.
Sure, please go ahead.
Because I want to ask him one question quickly, Anusha, because as the ball is in the court of the Congress High Command, the choice is between Mr. Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar. Who is going to be the chief minister?
Naturally, as you rightly said, the High Command will choose any one of them. But Siddaramaiah ji has been very fantastic as not only a CM, as a finance minister, and he has done a lot to the social justice of this country. We admire him. At the same time, DK Shivakumar ji has bought the parties from shambles, which was very down. We were down, dusted and out in 2018. He built it right when there was a Corona shutdown, and he has brought it to such a level where we ourselves are, in awe, for 136 seats. So it's such a beautiful victory. Of course,
so
even he also deserves to be chief minister.
50-50? Or is it that Mr. Siddaramaiah will get a full term, or is it Mr. DK Shivakumar will get a full term?
Nothing has been decided like that. That is what I have been seeing.
What has been offered?
No, that's what I've been seeing in televisions of late, that 30 months each and all. Nothing like that has been decided in...
Okay.
But what has happened yesterday, the MLAs have voted secretly. There was a secret ballot by MLAs. So even we don't know whom MLAs have voted more, but the observers have straight away collected it and given to the High Command.
Let me quickly ask you, you were there in the press conference as well. He quoted Mahatma Gandhi. He also said about that he stands strong. He's a person who has fought all odds. He has delivered 135 seats. What do you read of this? Do you think that he's not only a strong contender, but he's going to push his case really hard to the High Command?
Of course, DK Shivakumar is a fighter. You know how hard he can push things until he gets it. He just fights his way out, he just, moves himself so much.
Will he be able to convince the High Command?
He can, because after when he was in prison, when Sonia Gandhi ji met him, as promised, she made him the party president, and sure, she may make him the chief minister also, but we don't know what's actually happening, because it's a matter of 4 hours from now, 4 to 5 hours from now, the CM will be announced tonight.
Well, it's a matter of a few hours now. They themselves are on tenterhooks. They have been doing the rounds of the Congress office and DK Shivakumar's house as well to see who possibly could be the next chief minister. Well, Anusha, you can see how it is.
Yes, Rohini, thank you for getting us those voices. Please stay with us on the show. I'll take that point to Harish that I was earlier talking to Rohini. Harish, this political martyrdom of sorts that Mr. DK Shivakumar has been raising, that look, I went to jail for the party. I was offered the position of the deputy chief minister. I chose to go to Tihar jail. When Mrs. Sonia Gandhi came to meet me in jail, I was the one who said that, I'm going to stand with the party. This emotional appeal and political martyrdom often makes people very difficult for negotiations or for settling for something which they think they really deserve, something less. Would it be very difficult to negotiate with Mr. DK Shivakumar right now? Is that the posturing that you're receiving, or you understand from what he has said so far, what his supporters tell you, Harish?
Well, you can always expect one thing from DK Shivakumar, that is good political optics. And right from day one, right from the moment those results came in, he's got it bang on, spot on. He begins his first statement, he gets emotional, and he talks about how Sonia Gandhi coming to Tihar jail was one of the most emotional moments for him, indicating the kind of sacrifice he's done. He also says that I've given up a lot in life. In fact, my family has taken a hit, my personal life has taken a hit, but over the last 2-3 years, I've given everything to the party. Talking about how he has ensured the organization has got active under him. Apart from that, look at what he has done today. Siddaramaiah takes a flight, goes to Delhi. DK Shivakumar is in Bangalore. In the afternoon, he says, I don't know if I'll go to Delhi. Let's see. Just now, in a press conference, he says, yes, I'll go to Delhi, but I'm not sure about flights, what time he'll go. Understand the optics. What we do know from his camp is that he understands that the Gandhis are not in town, they're not in Delhi, so he doesn't want to go there and meet anybody else. He knows his game well. He knows his best chance is Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi backing him, and he doesn't want to meet Kharge or others there. Although Mallikarjun Kharge is the party president, but he knows whose backing matters to him, and that's why he's in Delhi, despite a message sent to him saying that he needs to come to Delhi for talks. This was made very clear to him yesterday. He hasn't gone there. Even now, he's gone to meet a Guruji. He's not gone to airport. So he understands these optics well, build the pressure, and ensure that the expectations are set really high so that it becomes extremely difficult for the High Command to offer him anything else. Remember, he's talking about a full-fledged 5-year tenure as the Chief Minister, and it would be very difficult for the Congress High Command to now ask him to just land up as another minister or deputy chief minister. Right. And it will take some hard bargaining, and they need to pacify him for a long period of time to ensure that he's taken on board before they make a decision.
Well, Harish and Rohini, if you thought that after the results are out, it's over, it's not. This is another battle that you both have to track till we get an answer. And perhaps who knows what the structure and form of this government will be. At 5:30, there's a crucial meeting. Anshul is also with us on the broadcast. I request Rohini, Harish and Anshul, my colleagues tracking the story non-stop, to stay with us on the show. We are slipping into a very short break, but on the other side, this Nataka in Karnataka, and especially within the Congress party, about who will be the Chief Minister, this remains our top focus. Stay tuned.
Crisis, the Rajasthan crisis.
Developments that are happening literally by the minutes. Now we're understanding the big update that's coming in is DK Shivakumar in fact will also travel to the national capital. That's the update coming in. Remember, Siddaramaiah is already on his way to the national capital. He's expected to land somewhere around 3:30. Now we're understanding DK Shivakumar, who till now had said that he was unclear whether he'll take the trip to the national capital. Now we're understanding that he in fact will go to Delhi and will be meeting the central leadership, the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and others. So even as the suspense continues as to who the Congress will pick to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka, the two top contenders, DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, both expected to be in the national capital by the end of the day and possibly will have a meeting with the Congress President. Sources also telling us here at CNN News 18 that the Congress would not want to delay this decision and possibly we could have some clarity as early as tomorrow. Some other visuals also, I believe, were coming in of the observers. Okay, we'll try and understand what's happening at the airport also, because we are understanding the observers are also expected to reach the Delhi airport and then will be headed to meet the Congress President. But the big update that's coming as of now is that DK Shivakumar will also be travelling to the national capital. Siddaramaiah, as we pointed out, is already on a flight. He's expected to be in the national capital somewhere around 3:30. Rohini Swami now joining us on the broadcast. Rohini, is really getting interesting by each passing minute. DK Shivakumar, who till now was saying, I'm unclear whether I would want to take that trip to the national capital, now in fact will be travelling. What are sources telling you?
Well, the focus does shift to Delhi because the final decision and the ball is in the court in Delhi right now. With Siddaramaiah already on his way to Delhi, DK Shivakumar also has been summoned there because the final decision has to be made. The legislators here in Karnataka, the elected legislators of the Congress, have already made a decision and conveyed it to the observers as to who they feel should be the Chief Minister from their side in the secret ballot that took place last night. But the final decision is with the senior leaders, or rather the High Command in Delhi. Now what we're expecting in Delhi is both of them will be made to sit down and put forth their points as to who would be more eligible to become the Chief Minister of Karnataka.
But Rohini, I want to understand what really has changed over the last 1 hour. DK Shivakumar earlier in the day said, I haven't taken a call, I have a few meetings, I have to go to a few temples, so on and so forth. And now we're understanding he in fact will be making that trip to the national capital. So was another call by the central leadership made to DKS?
See, it's also one thing we have to understand that today is DK Shivakumar's birthday. And he did want to meet several of his people, followers who supported him and helped him in this entire campaign to bring the Congress to power. At the same time, yes...
विधायकों से कल रात को चर्चा हुई. लगभग चर्चा 4 और 5 घंटे चली है. उन सबों की ओपिनियन लेकर अभी फिर उसके बाद हम माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष के सामने हमारी रिपोर्ट रखी जाएगी।
सर, सिद्धरामैया जी ने कहा है आज तक इंडिया टुडे से कि ज़्यादातर विधायकों का समर्थन उनके साथ है, मेजॉरिटी उनके साथ है।
देखिए, वो तो उनकी बात है कहने की, ये तो हम अपने जो रिपोर्ट है माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष के सामने रखेंगे। उसके बाद
जो कांग्रेस ने वादे किए हैं अपनी 5 गारंटीज को लेकर, उनको अभी लेकर के क्या कुछ रहेगा?
We continue to track that big story about who will be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka, what will be the decision of the party high command, the Congress party. This is our focus. Important meetings are lined up here in Delhi at the office of the Congress party, especially at Mr. Kharge's residence. Both Mr. DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah have openly staked claim to be the next Chief Minister. Mr. Siddaramaiah has reached Delhi and Mr. DK Shivakumar is set to travel. He has said, I'll go, but I don't know about the flight timings. Only one can be the CM, and how will the other would be placated by the party is something that's a wait and watch. Right now, there's some breaking news coming in. Let's cut across to that. And Mr. Adhir Ranjan has reached Mr. Kharge's residence. There's an important meeting which is to happen. You'd remember there was the observers report as well. The observers appointed by the party high command went to Bengaluru yesterday. They had a look and they spoke to different MLAs. They had a look on the ground. They got a sense of what the MLAs are thinking. And the report is something which is going to be very important when Mr. Kharge makes that decision. Well, the Gandhis are not in Delhi. That's what is being indicated right now. That's what Harish was also saying, that's one reason that so far Mr. DK Shivakumar has not travelled. His expectations are quite high. But yes, Mr. Kharge is all set to chair that very important meeting. I want to cut across to Rohini as well, who's with us on the broadcast. Harish is also with us on the show, getting us all the details. So, Harish, you were talking about the fact that Mr. DK Shivakumar has said, okay, I'm going to go to Delhi. I don't know when. The flight timings are not clear. What do you anticipate? I mean, is he likely to travel today, or he might just delay it for the next few days?
Well, he's buying time. He's putting on pressure. He's saying, I'll see who will blink first, and definitely it won't be me. He might head to Delhi sometime late night today. That's the plan right now, because they understand that right now going to Delhi is of no use. Siddaramaiah camp is there. They'll meet Mallikarjun Kharge. But DK Shivakumar has already spoken to Kharge, and he knows who are the decision makers now. The Gandhis need to be back in town. They need to be in Delhi, and only then perhaps he'll reach there. In the meanwhile, he'll keep mounting pressure. He'll keep telling them that I will not budge for anything less than a full 5-year tenure as the Chief Minister, and then look at what Siddaramaiah says, and then look at what the High Command says. Remember yesterday, he said full 5-year tenure, nothing else. Then you had Siddaramaiah in a way climbing down, saying that, okay, we'll split the tenure, but I will need to get the first shot at the Chief Minister's spot. So DK says that's not agreeable to me at all. I want a full-fledged tenure. You've got a full tenure between 2013 and 2018. It's time that my hard work is rewarded, my loyalty is rewarded. So DK Shivakumar understands this game, and as I said, it's almost reached a point where everyone is waiting to see who will blink first.
Who will blink first? Before I go to Rohini, Nikhil is with us on the broadcast. Nikhil, in that crucial meeting, what we're tracking right now non-stop, who all are likely to be a part of this crucial meeting? What's the composition?
Well, as far as composition is concerned, Anusha, we have been told that we are waiting for the observers to arrive here. And speaking of the observers, 3 of the senior leaders of the Congress party have been chosen as the central observers from the Congress party to decide and take the opinion of the MLAs of the Congress party, including that of Sushil Kumar Shinde, Jiten Singh, who is the General Secretary, former, and also Deepak Babaria is part of the same. So these 3 leaders who are chosen as central observers, they 3 are expected to arrive at this particular place only in a short while from now, and this is the place from where Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary he has just entered inside this particular place. So we will get to see as to who other leaders except for the mentioned ones are going to arrive here, because Randeep Singh Surjewala he has been in charge of the state of Karnataka. He has played a crucial role in this assembly election, so he might as well be a part of this crucial meeting. But these are the names which are currently with us. Apart from it, we both know that both the contender of the CM faces, they are also called in the national capital Delhi. One of them has already arrived. DK Shivakumar is expected to land here at any time post 6 p.m. So we will have to see as to after the meeting of the observers who Mallikarjun Kharge as a Congress party president is going to meet, because so far the official appointment has not sought from any of the leaders except for the observers. So we need to wait for that particular development. Apart from it, the leaders who are coming all the way from the state of Karnataka, they are also expected to meet the party high command as well. And by this we mean that DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, they are expected to meet party high command. They are expected to meet Mallikarjun Kharge as well. So a couple of meeting is all set to take place, but it will all start the process for the the choosing of the chief minister for the state of Karnataka. The process will start from this place only, and this is the place which is the official residence of the Congress president, where the observers would be arriving in a short while, very short while from now. So
getting
close
us all
to
the details.
Expect them around 6
Nikhil,
p.m.
please stay with us on the broadcast. We'll keep coming back to you as you track that very important meeting. That's the gate where that meeting will happen, and you'll see all the cars going in. And perhaps that's the place where that crucial decision will be made, the residence of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president. We had Mr. Randeep Surjewala speaking to the press and media today, and some more reactions. Before I cut across to Rohini, let's listen into these reactions coming in.
पूर्ण ऑब्जर्वर्स भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस के नेतृत्व ने भेजे थे। उन्होंने एक एक विधायक से उनकी राय शुमारी की, उनकी चर्चा की, राजनीतिक हालात की चर्चा की, क्या प्रदेश के हालात होने चाहिए और किस प्रकार का नेतृत्व होना चाहिए, उस पर चर्चा की। वो तीनों आपके सामने आ गए हैं। उन्होंने अपनी रिपोर्ट आज रात तक भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष खड़गे जी को वो दे देंगे। हम बाकी के सब लोगों से भी राय करेंगे और उसके बाद कल कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष से जनरल सेक्रेटरी संगठन और मैं मिलकर इसको मामले को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। बहुत जल्द हम कर्नाटक के अंदर एक नई कांग्रेस सरकार का गठन करेंगे।
सभी माननीय विधायकों से कल रात को चर्चा हुई। लगभग चर्चा 4 और 5 घंटे चली है। उन सबों की ओपिनियन लेकर अभी फिर उसके बाद हम माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष के सामने हमारी रिपोर्ट रखी जाएगी। देखिए, वो तो उनकी बात है कहने की, ये तो हम अपने जो रिपोर्ट है माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष के सामने रखेंगे। उसके बाद नहीं, वो तो अभी तय हो जाएगा जब बताएंगे।
Cutting across to my colleague Rohini, who is with us on the broadcast. She continues to track all the developments. Rohini, let's talk about that observer's report, which is going to be submitted to Mr. Kharge, and that report is going to be very critical in the decision of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge and what really happens. So help us understand, what did the observers really do before making this report? Are the caste equations going to matter? And how many MLAs in support of Mr. Siddaramaiah versus Mr. DK Shivakumar?
Well, this particular report, which also are the numbers of the secret ballot that was placed in that was put by the MLAs, that is all the 135 MLAs who won, is basically to say who they feel should be the most appropriate chief minister. We had our colleague Pallavi also talking about and speaking to people, and my contacts also, my sources also confirming that it was not a name that it was whether DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah should be. The question was, who do you think will be the most eligible to be the chief minister? There were names that came up, but largely, if you see the support if you see the support for Siddaramaiah, if you leave it to the legislators, the support for Mr. Siddaramaiah was much larger. But Mr. DK Shivakumar also had a set of supporters as well. But it was interesting to see two names as well, and that is of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge himself and of Dr. G. Parmeshwara. Dr. G. Parmeshwara and Mallikarjun Kharge both are the faces, are known to be very senior leaders and Dalit faces as well. Very important, very crucial in this whole caste. If you look at the way caste plays in Karnataka politics as well, because there was a demand somewhere during the campaign as well that a Dalit CM also will make a lot of difference for Karnataka, because this time the OBCs, the Ahindas, they wholeheartedly supported the Congress, and that is why it also helped the Congress in many regions as well. But leaving that aside, we are back to Siddaramaiah versus DK Shivakumar. Let me tell you that the report that has been submitted, which will be submitted to the High Command, will have the names and the supports that which MLA has supported whom, number one. Number two, they will also have a one-to-one meeting, and in that meeting also they will ask each of them to lay their case, how many supporters they have. If you remember, yesterday Siddaramaiah also had a series of meetings even before the CLP meeting. He was garnering support and to see how many people were in favor of him. DK Shivakumar also did a very similar thing, and it was also done telephonically as well. Today's DK Shivakumar is very different from yesterday's DK Shivakumar in terms of body language, in terms of the way he was putting himself, because he has decided that he is going to go the whole hog. We just heard the Congress spokesperson also saying that he's going to push his case till the end because he's looking for a reward for the amount of effort he has put to bring 135 seats. Let me quickly tell you that actually DK Shivakumar had told me they'll get 141. And when I had asked him about when that he had 135, he said, we're trying to figure out where those 6 seats went still. He's that confident, and that's the kind of confidence to the number that he had. Siddaramaiah, on the other hand, is an administrator, is somebody who can hit the ground running. The schemes that they have also announced, especially the promises that they made, those are some of the schemes that he has brought in his previous government when he was when he was a CM in 2013. So administratively, a person who's financially strong, who has been a finance minister several times, whether the Congress will have to back that kind of an old war horse, or will they need a fresh young face like DK Shivakumar who has all the energy to push the party ahead. It's a tough call right now, but that report reveals it all.
That report reveals it all. It's a tough call for the party, and Rohini telling us the background as to how both the tall leaders got together on the drawing board and got this victory cemented for the Congress party. Harish, coming back to you, I want to talk a bit more about the posturing of Mr. DK Shivakumar. On Saturday, we saw him very emotional, in tears. He came out, he was talking about the time in Tihar and how he has done so much for the party, and this is a big moment for him. It's his birthday today, so there were those images as well that Mr. Randeep Surjewala was showing to the press when the cake was being cut and cake was being served by both the leaders to each other. What kind of posturing has the Congress party really put out to show that there is no rift, it's only a healthy competition between the two?
Well, if this was actually a healthy competition between just two leaders of the Congress party, by now the Congress party would have declared who's heading the Congress legislature party next. It's not as easy as the Congress party wants to portray it as. Yes, Siddaramaiah was there, they did cut a birthday cake, but then both of these leaders understand that there's no use playing out the whole drama in front of cameras, in front of other MLAs. They know where the decision is being made. They know it's in Delhi, they know it's in front of the Gandhis, that they need to ensure that they argue their case, and that's what they're doing. Siddaramaiah is already there, building a case for himself, talking to Mallikarjun Kharge. You won't be surprised if DK Shivakumar lands up there and meets Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi and reminds them that he's the man who's been there for the party. Many within the party here, including in DK Shivakumar camp, pointing out that Siddaramaiah is a late entrant to the party. It's DK Shivakumar over the last perhaps say 30 odd years that he's put in all the efforts to really grow from grassroots level somewhere in Kanakpura, Satnur, to emerge as the KPCC president. He's climbed up the ladder right from the Youth Congress to the KPCC president, and they are saying that needs to be rewarded. They are saying already 5 years Siddaramaiah has got a full tenure, he's waited it. Then also when Siddaramaiah was made the leader of opposition, he waited. Now it's time that he's recognized for the effort he's put in. Remember, in this press conference, he's not talking about any caste groups. He's not talking about which MLA backs him. He's not talking about which region backs him. He's saying, I'm the KPCC president. People have blessed us with 135 seats under my leadership, which means he's saying that it's time you look at giving me a reward for the kind of work I've done, and I will not get into any of those numbers. It's very clear that he's saying all these numbers, caste groups come later. I need to be the chief minister for the kind of work that I have done, and I'm heading KPCC when the party has got 135 seats.
Harish Upadhyay and Rohini with all the dope as to what's happening in Karnataka. Well, the battleground Karnataka, in terms of the election result, that's over. The numbers have come out. But this competition between Mr. Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, it's an old one. And it was bound to come to the fore, keeping in mind that the million-dollar question is going to be decided as to who will be the next chief minister of the state after that huge verdict and mandate from the people of the state. All eyes on that crucial meeting at Mr. Kharge's residence. For now, slipping into a very short break.
By the time he completes 5 years, he'll be 81. Age is going to be a big factor. So, DK Shivakumar is around 60. He has several years, and what I've been told is the High Command did tell him that he has several years in his on his side. Age is on his side, and if he builds himself as the undisputed leader, as the Karnataka goes to elections in 28, there'll be nobody else who can beat DK Shivakumar himself. But let me tell you that both of them holding ground, both of them saying being quite obstinate that they want to be chief minister. The 50-50 formula has been offered to both of them. Let me tell you that both of them have been offered the 50-50 formula, that is 30 months with Siddaramaiah, and Siddaramaiah would like to take the lead first, and then with 30 months with DK Shivakumar. But DK Shivakumar is yet to accept that, because he feels that he has put his entire force, he has ensured that he has delivered the promise that he said. If you remember, teary-eyed, extremely emotional, saying, I have given to Sonia Gandhi what I had promised her when she came to meet me in Tihar jail. So very clearly here, DK Shivakumar also trying to pull his weight and say that he is the most eligible candidate. But Siddaramaiah having the edge even with the legislators. Even in the secret ballot, we are told that he had an edge compared to the other leaders, compared to DK Shivakumar. But left to the High Command also, there is a slight leaning towards DK Shivakumar because of what he has done and delivered. And DK Shivakumar has been the troubleshooter. He has been a person who the Congress can lean on, not just in Karnataka but across pan-India as well. If you remember the Maharashtra crisis, the Rajasthan crisis.
Developments that are happening literally by the minutes. Now we're understanding the big update that's coming in is DK Shivakumar in fact will also travel to the national capital. That's the update coming in. Remember, Siddaramaiah is already on his way to the national capital. He's expected to land somewhere around 3:30. Now we're understanding DK Shivakumar, who till now had said that he was unclear whether he'll take the trip to the national capital. Now we're understanding that he in fact will go to Delhi and will be meeting the central leadership, the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and others. So even as the suspense continues as to who the Congress will pick to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka, the two top contenders, DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, both expected to be in the national capital by the end of the day and possibly will have a meeting with the Congress President. Sources also telling us here at CNN News 18 that the Congress would not want to delay this decision and possibly we could have some clarity as early as tomorrow. Some other visuals also, I believe, were coming in of the observers. Okay, we'll try and understand what's happening at the airport also, because we're understanding the observers are also expected to reach the Delhi airport and then will be headed to meet the Congress President. But the big update that's coming as of now is that DK Shivakumar will also be travelling to the national capital. Siddaramaiah, as we pointed out, is already on a flight. He's expected to be in the national capital somewhere around 3:30. Rohini Swami now joining us on the broadcast. Rohini, is really getting interesting by each passing minute. DK Shivakumar, who till now was saying, I'm unclear whether I would want to take that trip to the national capital, now in fact will be travelling. What are sources telling you?
Well, the focus does shift to Delhi because the final decision and the ball is in the court in Delhi right now. With Siddaramaiah already on his way to Delhi, DK Shivakumar also has been summoned there because the final decision has to be made. The legislators here in Karnataka, the elected directors of the Congress, have already made their decision and conveyed it to the observers as to who they feel should be the chief minister from their side in the secret ballot that took place last night. But the final decision is with the senior leaders.
Welcome back, and here's another hurdle for the Congress party, but this one is not looking good. Congress leader Mr. Sachin Pilot's 5-day Sangarsh Yatra ended today in Jaipur. Mr. Pilot today addressed a massive rally in the city and reiterated his demand for an investigation against former Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje Scindia in the corruption and the paper leak case. He made an address as well. He further attacked the Gehlot-led government in Rajasthan and said that the government should have taken action against corruption. Significantly, the Grand Old Party's central leadership has disapproved of Pilot's Yatra, while Chief Minister Gehlot also hit out at him, saying that his actions are hurting party's interests. Listen in to what Sachin Pilot said at that Sangarsh rally when he made the address.
4.5 साल में हम अभी तक उन वादों को पूरा नहीं कर सके जो हमने लांछन लगाया था, आरोप लगाया था, मैंने लगाया था, गहलोत साहब ने लगाया था कि वसुंधरा जी ने करप्शन किया, भ्रष्टाचार किया है। हम लोगों को करारा प्रहार करना पड़ेगा, भ्रष्टाचार को समाप्त करना पड़ेगा और जो धारणा बनी हुई है कि 5 साल भाजपा 5 साल कांग्रेस, इस धारणा को तोड़ने के लिए हमें दुनिया को दिखाना पड़ेगा कि हम जो कहते हैं वो कर दिखाते हैं। मेरे खिलाफ गाली देने में कोई कमी रखी क्या है? चुन चुन कर मुझको भला बुरा कहा गया। मेरे को कोई चिंता नहीं, आप मुझको गाली दो, अपमानित करो, आरोप लगाओ, मुझको हमारे साथियों को इससे भी निचले स्तर के आरोप लगाओ, हमें कोई चिंता नहीं। अभी चुनाव हुआ कर्नाटक में, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार थी, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने आरोप लगाया ये 40% की भ्रष्ट सरकार है। जनता ने आरोपों को स्वीकार किया, कांग्रेस को बहुमत दिया और भाजपा को मैदान से भगा दिया। ये भ्रष्टाचार ही वो चीज है जो लोगों के दिल में गुजरती है। हमने भी किया था राजस्थान में, लेकिन अब कोई सफाई दे रहा है, दूध और नींबू। कोई कह रहा है कितनी बार बात हुई, 10 बार हुई, 15 बार बात हुई, 20 बार बात हुई। अरे मैंने तो कभी कहा ही नहीं कि मिलीभगत है। मैं तो इतना कह रहा हूं कि हमने अपनी जबान से जो वादा किया लोगों के बीच में, उसको कृपया करके पूरा कर दो। हम किसी के खिलाफ नहीं हैं, हम किसी का विरोध नहीं करते, लेकिन सच और न्याय का रास्ता उस पर हम चलते रहेंगे। महीने के आखिर तक अगर कार्रवाई नहीं होती तो पूरे प्रदेश में मैं आंदोलन करूंगा आप लोगों के साथ। जनता के साथ रहेंगे, गांव में, पानी में, शहरों में हम पैदल चलेंगे, जनता को साथ लेकर चलेंगे, न्याय दिलाएंगे, न्याय करवाएंगे, आपकी बात को रखते रहेंगे।
My colleague Bhavani is also joining us on the broadcast. Bhavani, कांग्रेस पार्टी की दिक्कतें बढ़ती जा रही हैं और जन आक्रोश रैली हो ना हो, लेकिन सचिन पायलट का जो आक्रोश है अशोक गहलोत के लिए, वो काफी साफ-साफ दिख रहा है। भवानी, अगर आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं, अगर आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है। We'll try and connect with Bhavani. There seems to be an audio problem, but that's the bit coming in. You'd know that Sachin Pilot, there was already a rebellion that was started by him a couple of years ago. He was placated by the top brass of the Congress party. The Gandhis himself came in, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. They told him that he would get his due. But right now, repeatedly over the last few months, these are the attacks coming in. And with this Jan Akrosh rally, it's abundantly clear that this is a bugle of rebellion of a sort that he has started within the party. Bhavani with us on the broadcast. Bhavani, Sachin Pilot और अशोक गहलोत में जो तनातनी है वो कोई नई बात नहीं है, कई सालों से हम देखते आ रहे हैं। लेकिन ये जन आक्रोश रैली करके इस तरह की स्पीच देकर, जिस तरह का वहां पर उनके समर्थक भी थे काफी बड़े आंकड़ों में, कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए, अशोक गहलोत के लिए ये कहीं ना कहीं बहुत बड़ी समस्या है।
देखिए, अशोक गहलोत के लिए केवल अशोक कमान के लिए, कांग्रेस लीडरशिप के लिए भी बहुत बड़ी समस्या है, क्योंकि राजस्थान में जो अब हालात खड़े हुए, आप जो सचिन पायलट की जो रैली थी और जो अल्टीमेटम दिया गया कांग्रेस अशोक गहलोत को, अब उसके बाद में जो 5 महीने बाद में विधानसभा चुनाव है और अशोक जो सचिन पायलट ने जो इश्यू बनाया, अभी तक वो पिछली बीजेपी सरकार के करप्शन की बात कर रहे थे, आज वो खुलकर अशोक गहलोत सरकार के भ्रष्टाचार के मुद्दे पर आ गए। उन्होंने कहा कि पेपर लीक के अंदर भ्रष्टाचार हुआ है और जिन्होंने पेपर लीक किया उनकी अपॉइंटमेंट किसने किए, ये मुख्यमंत्री पे सवाल उठाए, पैसे कहाँ गए, तमाम सवाल उठा दिए और इसी मुद्दे पर उन्होंने आंदोलन की चेतावनी दी है। तो यानी कि सचिन पायलट पिछली बीजेपी सरकार से सीधे अशोक गहलोत सरकार पे आ गए। अब ऐसी स्थिति में जहाँ अशोक गहलोत महंगाई राहत कैंप लगा रहे हैं, रिपीट करने के लिए पूरी ताकत झोंक रहे हैं, ऐसे में भ्रष्टाचार के मुद्दे पर सचिन पायलट ने अशोक गहलोत को घेर लिया है और यही सबसे बड़ी मुश्किल अब राजस्थान में अशोक गहलोत के लिए भी है और कांग्रेस हाईकमान के लिए इसलिए कि राजस्थान में जो उम्मीद वो देख रहे थे वो काफी मुश्किल होगी। जी,
Bhavani getting us all the details on that very important story. बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया Bhavani हमसे जुड़ने के लिए and for getting us all the information on that one. Moving on and shifting our focus to another big story of the day. As the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir walks the path of development, cinema halls are witnessing a higher footfall. Ishan Wani gets you this round report.
Movie lovers in Kashmir are having a fun time. Last year we saw Inox Cinema was inaugurated and it's drawing crowds. Behind me you can see several people actually come here on everyday basis, we are told, and watch their favorite movie. Now there is a movie called Welcome to Kashmir which has been made by a local filmmaker and its trailer has also been released. We are told that several local people have actually worked in this. Not only is it providing an employment culture for the youngsters, but also the cinema is helping them release their movies and their trailers. Now, this cinema, which was open after years, because during the 90s, cinemas were shut when the militancy erupted. But after that, this cinema came up here, in Srinagar, which is pulling crowds, particularly the youngsters who want to watch movies, who want to, make sure that they don't have to go out of the Kashmir Valley to watch their favorite movies, but are now relishing these movies, sitting in Srinagar and enjoying their favorite movies. Now, this cinema has multiple halls, and this was something which people and youngsters were waiting for from several years, and finally, it's drawing now several crowds, including youngsters and also people of older age. Mr. Mushtaq, you have been instrumental in trying to revive the cinema culture. Today we're seeing that youngsters making movies and getting released within the cinemas of Kashmir. How does it feel?
It's a really dream come true for me, because when I started my film festivals in 2017, I couldn't imagine that a cinema hall will open and a trailer of a film made by a Kashmiri will be released in the auditorium. So it's a dream come true for me. I would say it's my efforts. I am a very humble creature, and I have done and I'll be doing whatever bit I could do. So, but I'm happy today that this movement has carried forward, and I'm looking forward for more local boys and girls making films, coming to auditoriums, and I'm looking forward to more cinemas opening. Not only this one, but I anticipate some more cinema halls opening in Kashmir soon.
Mr. Vikas, you have been instrumental in trying to revive cinema culture in Kashmir. Now the youngsters are getting platform to release their movies, show their trailers, and a lot of crowd is being pulled in these cinemas. I remember speaking to you back then, you said that, you're sure that the cinema will be success because people in Kashmir have love for movies. How do you see it today after several months of opening the cinema?
So what could be a bigger success that we have a movie made in Kashmir by Kashmiris going to be released first time here. We're going to have a premiere of the movie soon. What could be a bigger success than this? And people are coming, people are liking the movies, and they're very content conscious. If they like a movie, if they like the actor, they'll certainly come. If they don't, they'll be critical of it, which is actually what you, as a cinema lover, what you want to see here. So I think Kashmiris always wanted facilities on par with anywhere else in the world. I mean, we are not people who will settle for second best. So I think in that sense, they are finally seeing that yes, these things are coming out.
And here's the word coming in from West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who says that she and her party will support the Congress whenever they are strong. She has given a hint of sorts, saying that if the Congress party supports the TMC as well and they can find a common ground, there could be some kind of support for the grand old party. Let's listen in to what Mamata Banerjee said.
Wherever the regional party is strong, there BJP cannot fight. And where the peoples are very demoralized and frustrated, and for the incumbency and all this, suppose Karnataka the vote is, it is against of the verdict of BJP government, if you see the verdict. So like this, people are antagonized. Atrocious is terrible. Economy has already ruined. Democratic rights is being bulldozed. Wherever is the Congress strong, in their respective 200 seat or something, what we have already calculated, let them fight. We will give support. No, nothing is wrong. But they have to see that they have to support the other political party also.
Cutting across to my colleague Kamalika, who's with us on the broadcast. Kamalika, can you put this into context? Is it a departure from the earlier position, a softening of the position by Didi? What does it mean?
No, it doesn't seem that it is the softening position of Mamata Banerjee. Rather, it shows that Mamata Banerjee is giving a clear signal to Congress that fine, we will be together. We are as opposition, but Congress cannot call shots. And places where the regional party are strong, like in Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh Yadav is strong.
Yeah.
Like in Bengal, Mamata Banerjee is strong. So Mamata Banerjee's signal is wherever Congress is strong, like Karnataka, like Rajasthan, there whoever is strong, whichever area, that party should play there and the others should support them. But that doesn't mean that Congress, Trinamool have any alliance with Congress on ground in Bengal. Rather, Sheftre says that you have to also support us, and the fact that we are all supporting you in Karnataka, but you are behind me, you are criticizing me every day at home. And she has not named, but her clear direction was on Adhir Chaudhary. Like after Karnataka results, both Chief Minister and Abhishek Banerjee, nobody has named Congress. They have congratulated the people of Karnataka. At the same time, Adhir Chaudhary said that Mamata Banerjee is not happy, did not want Congress to win in Karnataka. So, Bengal, it is her ground. They are nobody, they had no understanding with Congress, but where Congress is strong, like Rajasthan, like Madhya Pradesh, there is no problem to support them. It's a clear signal to Congress that no bossism will go, but they will be together wherever which party is strong.
All right, Kamalika, thank you so much for putting all the details into perspective. Not a softening of stand, as my colleague Kamalika points out. With that, it's a wrap on The Nation at 5. Thank you for watching.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Who will be the next Karnataka Chief Minister? The question is not only troubling Kannadigas, but also the High Command of Congress. Both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar are unwilling to back down, and the situation has come to a standstill. On Sunday, one-line resolution was passed in the CLP meet which authorized Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge to choose the next CM. And now, the action is shifting to the national capital as Siddaramaiah and the observers are in Delhi. Now, Congress sources say the High Command will take the decision today. The official announcement will be done by tomorrow. But the problem doesn't end here for the Congress party. The appointment of cabinet ministers would be a much more difficult task, as several communities that have voted for the Congress have now started expecting cabinet berths in return. It is believed that while the Lingayats are not really entering the battle of who becomes the next chief minister, they have asked for a deputy chief minister's post and 7-8 cabinet berths. Vokalingas have threatened that DK Shivakumar must become the chief minister, otherwise they would start an agitation. On the other side, Siddaramaiah has the backing of the OBCs and majority of the MLAs. So the battle is cutthroat, and now the ball is in the Gandhi's court. Congress is trying really hard to put up a united picture, but will this situation lead to another battle of camps like other Congress-ruled states? Can Congress successfully contain this factionalism? In this race for the next chief minister, who really has the edge? We'll take those questions to our guest in just a bit. But take a look at some of the latest visuals of both of the contenders, DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. On the left side, former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Siddaramaiah, eyeing another term as CM. He has landed in the national capital. He will be meeting the High Command of the Congress party along with the observers soon. On the other side is the KPCC President DK Shivakumar, who's credited for the victory of the Congress in the state. He greeted his supporters who are demanding the Chief Minister's post for their leader. He has also virtually announced that he's the one who's responsible for this victory of 135 MLAs. He's expected to come to Delhi after a short while. Even as both leaders come to the national capital, a power-sharing formula was mooted, but no surprises that this formula was rejected given what has panned out in other Congress-ruled states. This is what we've learned. Earlier today, a power-sharing formula was proposed. Siddaramaiah initially resisted this formula, but then agreed to it. But there was a caveat. He wants the first 2 years of the Chief Minister's position, naturally. But on the other side, DK Shivakumar refused this proposal completely. He demands a full term for himself. DK Shivakumar, in fact, cited Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh in fighting for that rejection, as he said that this formula is not going to work. Now, both leaders have also reached out to all MLAs seeking support for them. The biggest challenge for the Congress party will be how to accommodate Siddaramaiah if DKS in fact is made CM. The other side may be still easier, but this is the toughest battle for them. Now, even as the two leaders battle it out, let's list out what works in their favor. So DK Shivakumar, not surprisingly, is the master strategist, troubleshooter for the Congress party, but Siddaramaiah is their tallest leader in the state, also a former chief minister. Shivakumar has strong organizational capabilities. Ultimately, he is the one who will be credited with the state's win as the Congress president. Siddaramaiah, though, has the edge of having been a chief minister for a full term. He knows what running a government is like. And, he also doesn't have that corruption baggage as DK Shivakumar does. Now, DK has the backing of the dominant Vocaliga community and the results speak for themselves in Mysore, Karnataka. But Siddaramaiah has a more mass appeal across a greater number of communities that have also backed the Congress party in this verdict. So even as the CM race is decided, another challenge for the Congress is fulfilling those 5 guarantees to the public as soon as they form the government. These were the big reasons why the Congress was voted to power, and the expectations will naturally be high. So will be the burden on the state's finances. Currently, Karnataka's fiscal deficit is 2.6% at about 60,000 crores. This will double to 1.14 lakh crores to 4.8% as and when the Congress government implements these guarantees. In absolute numbers, this will be the highest deficit of any state in India. The cost of the 5 guarantees that the Congress has promised to the public, which was their big calling card in these elections, is roughly 60,000 crore rupees per year. So there are many challenges lined up for the Congress party. First up, though, is exactly who they anoint as the next chief minister. That's a big debate coming in this battle between DKS and Sidhu. Who has the edge? Coming up in just a minute.
We have, under my leadership, 135 MLAs. All of them with one voice have said that the matter will be left to the High Command. My aim is only to deliver Karnataka to the Congress party.
कल कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष से जनरल सेक्रेटरी संगठन और मैं मिलकर इसको मामले को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। बहुत जल्द हम कर्नाटक के अंदर एक नई कांग्रेस सरकार का गठन करेंगे।
First up, I want to go across to Jagdish Shettar, former Karnataka Chief Minister, formerly, of course, with the BJP, now with the Congress Party. Mr. Shettar, it's good to be speaking to you again. I spoke to you before your elections at your home office. Commiserations for your loss from Hubli Dharwad Central, but congratulations on the Congress's big win. I want to begin by asking you, according to you, who do you think has the edge? Is it Mr. Siddaramaiah, who should be the next Chief Minister, or DK Shivakumar?
And both the leaders have built the party and organized the party, and credit must go to both the leaders and other leaders also to getting a win of the Karnataka Congress. And already Congress leaders have sent some observers and they have taken the opinion of the MLAs. After collecting a opinion, I think Congress leaders, High Command will take the decision, and Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar both are capable of becoming a CM, and it is decision has left to the Congress High Command.
I understand.
Because, yesterday CLP is...
Yes?
Hello?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Please tell me.
No, I just wanted to say that, of course, both of them are capable, but it is turning out to be, it's looking like a very difficult decision, because if we look at the statements coming in from both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, it doesn't look like either of them is willing to back off. Don't you think this battle could end up almost, putting a bad taste on the Congress victory? This could become a bigger factionalism and infighting?
Both are matured leaders. According to me, my opinion, they will take decisions. High Command will take in the interest of the party. And it is not a question of Karnataka Congress it is a question of entire national level Congress. With that vision, there should be a mature decision according to me, and DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah matured leaders, and I think whatever the Congress party takes decision, they will abide by it.
Sir, can I ask you, according to you, what was the biggest reason that the Congress won such a good mandate in Karnataka? Maybe that will give us a clue of who should be the next Chief Minister.
There are so many factors. Firstly, failure of the good governance by the BJP in the state, and overall price rise and inflation and more corruption in Karnataka, and poor people day-to-day life has been very miserable, and Lingayat factor is also worked out because of Lingayat voters diverted to the Congress because ill treatment to the Lingayat leaders in the BJP. For example, ill treatment to Jagdish Shettar, ill treatment to Lakshman Sawdi. So many ex-MLAs joined the Congress within a short period. One UB Bandkar from Hirekerur, one VS Patil from Yellapur, one Mohan Libikai ex-MLC, he joined the Congress. So many people, so many Lingayat leaders joined the Congress party because of ill treatment in the BJP to the Lingayat community. So it is affected Lingayat community. They are feeling that powerful Lingayat leaders have been finished in a.
But sir, can I just come in here? Sorry to interrupt you.
BJP.
Some of the post-poll analysis suggesting those who have gone into various castes, sub-castes, age groups, economic groups, etc., are suggesting that the Lingayat vote share did not shift from the BJP. It stuck with the BJP. The Congress didn't gain much.
No. You see, whatever the result come from the northern Karnataka, particularly Kittur Karnataka, Kalyan Karnataka, you see the shift of the Lingayat votes to the Congress. You see the calculation in the North Karnataka. Okay. Major shift to the Congress. Out of, I think, out of 47 candidates contested from the Congress, Lingayat county, 37 have been elected. And more than 57 candidates contested from the BJP. Out of 57, only 15 Lingayats have been elected from the BJP. Okay. It shows, the statistics shows that most of the Lingayat voters have shifted to the Congress.
Okay, fair enough, sir. I do want to come back to this battle we're witnessing between the Congress's two top leaders. Before I let you go, what do you think would be the ideal formula? Because it's not just about the Chief Minister, it will also be about Deputy Chief Ministers. And the spread of the cabinet berths. So many communities have voted overwhelmingly for the Congress party. Everyone would demand some fair representation.
It is a natural, whenever new government formation, caste combination, and for taking birth for the ministership, it is natural wherever if BJP government is there or Congress government is there, always when up to CM is selected, up to cabinet is declared, this competition is going on. I think now Congress has realized everything because after a long period in Karnataka, Congress got clear majority, not hung, not single largest. It is clear. It will go big way in national level for the Congress. So they have to think about all these things, and I think with a gentleman decision they will take, proper decision they will take, and even Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar sit together and whatever the suitable, they have to advise to the High Command and they have to take initiation for the welfare in the interest of the Congress party.
Sir, can I ask you a final question? According to you personally, who would you like to see as the next Chief Minister?
No, it is not a public reaction. Always it will be a confidential. So, only I tell both leaders have strengthened the party and built the party, and we along with other leaders also there. So, party has to take decision. Jagdish Shettar has no say in this. Okay. Whatever the party take decision, I will also abide by this.
All right, sir, I leave it at that. Jagdish Shettar, thanks a lot for speaking to us. We'll have to wait and see exactly what happens of the Congress battle for the top position in Karnataka. Let's open this up to our guest joining us. Mohan Vishwa is of the BJP. In Karnataka, Bhavya Narsimhamurthy is from the Congress party. B.S. Arun, senior journalist who's tracked these elections very closely with CNN News 18. And Sanjay Jha, political analyst, is also joining us formally with the Congress party. Sanjay, why don't I begin with you? We're seeing almost a rerun of what has already transpired in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. In fact, I'll come to Rajasthan a little bit later, where you have very strong views of what the Congress party should have done a long time ago. That battle is escalating very close to the next elections. But here, who do you think has the edge in Karnataka? Is it DKS or Siddaramaiah?
Shivani, I'm not going to take sides for the simple reason that there is no need to take sides here. Both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar have fought a brilliant battle strategically and on the ground to actually get the Congress to not just win, but win so decisively. It's an emphatic victory. I think the BJP is not just disrupted, it stands destroyed in many parts of Karnataka, although they will tell you that the vote share has remained intact. And I do think that whether it's Mr. Siddaramaiah or whether it's DK, it doesn't matter. I think the Congress MLAs recognize that this is a historic opportunity to actually completely, kind of reverse the
But it does matter, no, Sanjay? You look at the body language and the statements of both these leaders. I don't think that either of them is willing to concede. So it will matter. A choice has to be made. Both cannot be chief minister, and certainly a power sharing formula will not be agreed to.
Well, Shivani, let me tell you, having a political ambition is the most legitimate activity in politics, right? You ought to be there because you want to hold the top job. But I think, please understand that these are seasoned veterans. They do realize that the leadership has to accommodate varied interests. And I do think that the Congress party recognizes that here is an opportunity to undo the damage done by the Karnataka under the 40% Sarkara and actually make sure that in the next election, there is no swing state and the Congress retains it again. I think the Congress has an excellent opportunity to do so. I think Indian democracy has got a shot in the arm. And I think whichever way it goes, the other leader will agree and you will find a more cohesive and a stable government from the Congress.
Okay, B.S. Arun, before I bring in our political panelists, can I come to you? The fact that this is virtually the final stint of Mr. Siddaramaiah, he has a bigger mass appeal, more community support than just one or two community support, unlike DK Shivakumar. Do you think that will go in his favor, or the fact that he's actually much older, nearing 80 by the time this term will end, goes against him?
Well, comparing to Mr. Shivakumar, Siddaramaiah certainly enjoys wider popularity, wider support among different castes and different regions of the state. His community, which is the Kuruba, the shepherd community, has the population across almost every assembly segment in the state. So, and of course, he is known as the OBC icon in the state, and he formulated the Ahinda policy nearly 10 years back, and that on that wave, he rode to power in 2013. And even now, if some of the segments have supported him and the Congress, it was the Ahinda and the OBC group, besides the Muslims, the Wakaligas, and the Lingayats. So having that kind of a support will certainly push him to the to the front in the run-up to the chief ministerial, the election.
Okay, so you feel Siddaramaiah has the edge because he has greater mass appeal. And maybe because this is his final chance, DK Shivakumar could be persuaded that, you will still have more opportunities in the future. Am I correct? Because I know that DK Shivakumar will not agree to that, but that may be what he could be told.
True, he may not, and he has been, very, very adamant over the last couple of days. Shivakumar is 60 or 61, and if the High Command takes the decision in favor of Siddaramaiah, then they might try to convince Shivakumar, saying that he is 60 and he still has many, many years ahead of him, and he can become chief minister some other day. So that's how they might they might pacify him, and also maybe work out a formula that would favor him. But then, going by what is happening in other states, other Congress-ruled states, and as Shivakumar may have pointed out to the to the High Command, it would be difficult that he would agree to such an arrangement. And
Yeah,
certainly
not a power sharing arrangement,
2.5 years.
but it would be still easier to accommodate DK Shivakumar as the KPCC president or as one of the top ministers as a deputy chief minister, then accommodating Siddaramaiah. What do you do with Siddaramaiah, who's a former chief minister already? You can't accommodate him. It's still easier to accommodate DK Shivakumar. I'll come back to our experts in just a bit. I want to go across to Bhavya also of the Congress party. Bhavya, this almost looks like this could derail the celebrations, the way this battle is playing out. It's a stalemate. Neither leader is willing to blink.
No, not at all. Because this is not the first time this has happened in Karnataka.
Precisely.
Even
you should have known this is coming and you should have been prepared.
That's the whole point. We've always taken up the stand that, the MLAs, the elected MLAs will make a decision, will take the decision based on the votes. Yesterday, there was Congress Legislative Party meeting. All the MLAs have given their secret ballot. And today, that decision has been taken to the High Command.
But why does the Congress then say that the High Command will decide? Why does the Congress then say the High Command will decide? Let the MLA verdict be out.
Yeah, the MLA's verdict will be out. Like, whatever the decision they have taken, the other person, they need to be sat down and we need to speak to them about, what has happened and then announce, right? Like, that's, and the High Command has the final power. So, today, Mr. DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah have gone to Delhi, and soon we will be announcing the Chief Minister of Congress Party of the Karnataka government. And of course, it's always celebration. Yesterday, they had a good time celebrating Mr. DK Shivakumar's birthday as well during the Congress Legislative Party meeting. Everyone's really happy that, Karnataka people have given us such a big mandate, and we will make sure whoever the chief minister is, but the government will definitely keep up its promises and all the guarantees that we have given.
Yeah, I'll come to the guarantees in just a bit. That's another challenge for you. And as this battle, if it was to prolong, then people will get a little restless too. And whether the government can then come together to deliver those guarantees, I'll come to that in just a bit. And what that means for Indian politics. Because some of those guarantees were dubbed dole politics by the opponents as well. We've got some visuals coming in from Mr. Kharge's residence. The action has shifted to the national capital. The Congress observers and of course Siddaramaiah have already landed in the capital. They'll be meeting him. DK Shivakumar is yet to fly out from Karnataka. He'll be doing so a little bit later. I believe he wants to meet his guru, a Mat Guru, before he takes his next step. But Mohan Vishwa, let me come to you. How are you witnessing, watching this battle play out in the Congress party?
Shivani, let me be very frank with you. This was not a surprise for us. This is what we're telling from past 1 year. They were fighting, for the sake of individual power, not for the sake of getting a results in the state of Karnataka. If you recall the incident when Mr. Siddaramaiah, in the ticket allocation itself, there was one big troop which went with Siddaramaiah. There was one more big troop which went with DK Shivakumar. And before that, there was something called a Siddaramotsava, where Siddaramaiah wanted to prove his power, where he wanted to bring all his fans and he should show it to the people that, he will be the next CM of Karnataka. And we had Mekedatu Padayatra, where it was led by DK Shivakumar again, where there was no presence of, the presence in the sense, the proper presence, the hard presence of Mr. Siddaramaiah was not there. If you recall, Rahul Gandhi, when he started the Bharat Jodo Yatra in the state of Karnataka, he was lifting the hands of both, who was standing in between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, where both of them were not interested in each other. So he forcefully did that. And post that there was one more rally happened.
But that's okay, right? They managed to keep their personal ambitions in check and the infighting in check, at least during the campaigning. Now they can bat for themselves. What's the big deal? Doesn't take away from their victory.
No, that will not happen, Shivani. I'm telling you, they would have won by, going as a team. And also recently there was one video which was circulating, which was done by a PR agency for the Congress, where both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar will be sitting and they'll be chit-chatting, just before the election. So like the heading says, the unity is only on the camera. DK. So imagine if these fights.
But they were still smart to play it out in front of the cameras. So be it. They don't have to see eye to eye.
If this is the fight for the sake of getting CM post, imagine what kind of governments and how they can fulfill the guarantee which is given. It's almost 48 hours where the results are out. People have given the mandate to them. I agree. Yes, people didn't give a proper mandate to us. They have given the mandate to them. So what message they're going to give to the people of Karnataka? This is what we were telling from past 10 to 11 months. They are there for enjoying the power, but not for something else.
Bhavya, you want to respond to that very quickly? I want to go back across to our experts as well. Yes, Bhavya.
Like I said, this is not the first time we have had more aspirants. Even in 2013, when we got a full majority, we did have 3 to 4 aspirants, and it depended on the MLAs voting. And after that, we had a very successful administration for 5 years. We fulfilled 95% of our promises. I don't think this will actually reflect upon our performance as a government. Yes, we have more and more aspirants, and there's nothing apologetic about being more ambitious. What's wrong in that?
Okay.
But I'm very sure our leaders are very committed to the ideology, and we will stick by it and make sure the people of Karnataka will be served.
Mohan?
Just like
Shivani, I want to recall, since she has taken out 2013 issue, in 2013, it was again G. Parmeshwar, who was a Dalit leader, who was a Congress president, who was instrumental in bringing Congress to the power in the state of Karnataka. He was totally ignored. Even then they had an issue. Then Siddaramaiah became a chief minister. Then Shivakumar was not much powerful. This time, Shivakumar is more powerful. Obviously, there will be a power fighting, and people of Karnataka will have more entertainment like this for next 5 years. Let me tell you, take it from me. I'm telling you in the national media today, they'll have more entertainment like this. Post CM, there will be a fight between DK's team and Siddaramaiah team for the sake of, cabinet ministers or for the sake of the board. Lot of entertainment the people of Karnataka will be having.
Okay, I'll come back to both of you. I'll come back to both of you. I want to go across to Mr. Kharge's residence for a quick update from there as well. But Sanjay, this is exactly the problem. As Bhavya said, we've seen this before. Now, that's exactly the problem. The Congress has seen this before. In 2 states, it is playing out, and they weren't able to handle it. So what gives anyone the confidence that in Karnataka, they will be able to handle it and it will not bog down their government for the next 5 years? Sanjay. Bhavya, I'll allow you, but let Sanjay come in.
Shivani, both DK and Siddaramaiah are formidable political stalwarts. They have both played an extraordinary role in the triumph of the Congress. I was just hearing the BJP spokesperson. I mean, the BJP is such sore losers. I mean, he's so grumpy. He's coming on a show today. It's been 48 hours since the 40% Sarkara has been devastated. And he's saying, look at the kind of, over the next 5 years, the Congress will fail to deliver. My dear friend, the people of Karnataka have told you to leave. They have actually got you down to the half the numbers of the Congress party. And by the way, do you know that